Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am your host, Tito, and welcome to the 5-Star Driver Show, baby. Woo! Let me tell you, I just dropped off a passenger, female passenger, who really complimented me on my style and how I talked to her and how comfortable she felt in my car. We ended up having a conversation about rideshare drivers, in particular, Uber drivers. And she begins to tell me how she just gave up on Uber because of how uncomfortable majority of the drivers have made her feel. Period. You can sit there and argue all the details for whatever story she may come up with, but being uncomfortable is never a good thing. So she is now a full-fledged Lyft passenger, Lyft preacher, if you will. And this brought up an interesting conversation between us where, you know, I have made a mention of this in other videos, but men, we need to talk. We need to have a conversation right now about this job. If you are, especially Uber drivers, I'm gonna shit on y'all. I don't drive Uber, so I don't give a fuck. If at any point in time you are making a female feel uncomfortable, you should lose your job. You should lose your job. You should lose the fucking right to drive people around because you don't understand what this is about. Like, for some reason, the monkey brain thinks, there's a girl in my car, get her number, right? So like, you think because there's a female in your whip, you have the right to tell her, like, ask her where she's going, if she got a man, if she's single. Like, you don't understand the environment that these females are already feeling, especially in today's society where we're learning about all this other harassment and you just adding on to it. My G, lose your fucking job. You should lose your fucking job. There's a way to go about conversating with someone of the opposite sex, for example, in this particular scenario, hetero men, that can be friendly, can be enjoyable, memorable, right, for some, or just not memorable, and it's just something that, like, oh, that was a sweet interaction, and that's it. Some of you guys, I've heard these stories. I've heard this story, right? I heard a story of a female who was trying to go home, and the dude locked the doors and didn't let her leave the car until she, like, gave him a phone number. My G, lose your fucking job, right? Next story, completely different person. This girl I just dropped off tells me that she's going home late night. She's been at the bar, and the guy proceeds to ask her, 1, if she's single, 2, if she was going to her place. And immediately she shut down and she told me, I don't know how to respond to that. Her brain is, I'm going home. Your fucking monkey brain is, I'm trying to get puss, I want puss. puss. Like, I get it, dude. It's not that I don't have it, right? It's not that I don't have monkey brain. But my G, there's time and a place. You are giving a professional fucking ride, my guy. And if you're asking females for numbers, if you're asking females if they're single, and if it's late night, like, do you not understand? Do you guys not have a fucking, like, the ability to calm that shit down and give a professional service? So females are out here, and I'm shitting on Uber because the person I just dropped off said she full-fledged Lyft, can't do Uber. She's like 2 to 3 out of every 5 rides with Uber, some dude's gonna make her feel uncomfortable. And it could be a new young guy up to a 60-year-old dude, you know? And I feel that Uber already has an environment of harassment within its corporate headquarters. Maybe they're trying to get rid of it. I don't believe that PR bullshit. It is what it is. Lyft hasn't had enough of it to be a part of the brand at this point. So it's almost like you're in a scenario where there's a female in your car. It's the one-on-one-ness of it. I get what the attraction is. You don't have to be at a bar. You don't have to like make crazy small talk. It's just like, hey, how you been? Where you going? Da-da-da. But at one point, you have to tell yourself, don't do it. And trust me, there's been females in my car who have been out just like so smoking hot, right? They've been gorgeous. That's it. That's all you do. You just recognize it in your head. Just say, oh, she's a very attractive female. Good for her. I'm going to give her the best ride possible to make sure that she, if anything, remembers me as a great driver. Because that's what the fuck she's paying you for. Not to fucking try to get in her drawers, my G. It's unfortunate because I believe there's a lot of good drivers out there. But unfortunately, it's these other dudes. Like, you imagine if you're a female, if you're a female, right? You're a guy right now. Just think of you're a female, you're going home late at night, and a big dude who's driving a car locks the doors and won't leave you and won't let you get out until you give him your personal information. You deserve to lose your job, my G. You deserve to lose your fucking ride. I know this is going off the hinges and it's a long ass video, but we need to have this conversation. There's a time and a place. The passenger matters way more than your dick, my guy. Way more than your dick. And I love my dick, and don't get me wrong, but it's not like this is Fish City, like you're just going fishing, right? So if you are a driver, please, if you're a male driver, like understand this isn't fucking the same as being in a car with an actual friend and you're just trying to mac. It's about being charming, professional, charismatic, witty, and understanding the ebbs and flows of a conversation. If it leads to a point where you feel comfortable enough to be like, hey, maybe let me hit you up later, is that okay? Then you get to that point. But some of y'all are just so fucking monkey-brained, monkey-minded that it's ruining